We'll be like.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world? We got another I Like Your Style today, and the theme is Fire Marshal Bill from In Living Color. Hopefully we got something to show that pertains to that show. I want to welcome my panel today. We got East Coast LQ Reviews. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
And Bumpy Road Brewery. Cheers, man.
Cheerios.
Cheerios and Wheaties. All right. So, and I want to thank you, East Coast LQ Reviews in the chat. Cheers to the chat when y'all come on in or whatever. Yeah, ready to review some beers based on that theme. So let's do it. Let's get Tanner up here first.
All right. So this is actually a Jamaican stout. It's a little bottle too. This is their Dragon Stout Fire.
Nice.
So it's 10% alcohol by volume, 9.6 ounces. Very small bottle. See it? It's very tiny. It says Best By October 25th, 2023. See right there. Also, I have Untapped. So this is Desnos and Geddes. I guess the people who make it. Imported by United States Beverages LLC, Stamford, Connecticut. It says this stout is rooted in Jamaican culture. It's a uniquely brewed stout that is dark brown in color, roasty with earthy hints. Overall, has a full, rounded flavor and sweet, distinctive taste. So, yeah, I saw the fire. I was going to get a Helles, and then I saw the fire, and I was like, oh, yeah, that works. That's perfect. Let's crack it open.
Nice.
In my Spiegel stout glass. Let's pour this up. 10%. Pretty good ABV. I'm actually kind of glad it's a little bit of a smaller bottle because it's very, very hot and humid in this room. So, too much of a filling beer might make me feel a little sick. So,
Puke.
pour this up. Try to get a bigger head on there. All right. So yeah, they say dark brown. It's definitely, in my light, looks pretty pitch black to me. A little bit of like a ruby tint at the bottom. Definitely like coffee cream colored head, nice creamy head, 1.5 finger head, super rocky, sudsy on top. Looks really, it's got a nice head to it. It looks very creamy. Smells really sweet. But yeah, cheers, guys.
That looks really good. Cheers. Thanks, Tanner. All right, Bumpy.
All right. My beer comes from Flying Dog Brewing Company. They're out of some place down in Maryland. Frederick, Maryland. And I just figured Fire Marshal Bill is a bit goofy. He's a bit weird. He's whacked out. He's kind of gonzo. So, got the Willet Bourbon Barrel Aged Gonzo Imperial Porter. Comes in at 11.3% ABV.
Excellent.
It's a 2022 vintage. So,
I've had the rye. I've never had the actual Willet bourbon.
I've had the regular Gonzo. I've never had a barrel aged one, so we'll see.
Oh.
But yeah, the head very kind of a khaki colored. I was going to say tight knit, but it's kind of just not tight knit. But it's kind of smaller head, anyways, bubbles, anyways, and it's pretty much black, just a kind of a black beer. I mean, even the reservoir, it's like this caramel colorization.
Yeah, that looks nice. It's really good.
Cheers.
All
Cheers,
right, man. Cheers, Bumpy. Right. Well, hey, you know, I went with your thought, Tanner, and I couldn't find anything at all related to anything fire or anything, except for the fact that I found a Hellas. So we're gonna go with hell here. Take the first four letters, and you got hell. This is from Dutch's Ale. It's a unfiltered pale killer beer. Yeah, 4.8%. Brewed and canned by Urban Chestnut Brewing, and they brewed it for Dutch's sales. So that's that real quick. Ketzer, real plain label. Yeah,
Clean looking though.
clean looking. Yeah, nice. No date. Oh, Jesus.
Is it nitro?
I think so. It sounds like it.
Yeah, huh?
God Almighty. All right. Kind of stopped in the middle there, but about a finger, about a, hey, swing, batter. We got about a finger head, and a nice golden color, hazy, unfiltered looking. Nice little Hellas lager here. Looks good. Real quick smell. Yeah, just smell actually a little lemony and herbal. That's nice. Cool. All right, let's do our reviews, guys. Starting with Tanner.
All right. Actually, I almost bought the Weinstefaner. They have a Hellas lager. It looked pretty good too. I might go back and try it out.
Yeah.
This smells super sweet. It's like, I don't know, for some reason there's a lot of like caramel malt, like cocoa, like dark chocolate, a little bit of roasty coffee. Maybe some like breadiness. It kind of smells like it's gonna be. It doesn't have like a boozy aroma, but it smells like the amount of sweetness that's on the aroma. I have a feeling that it's gonna be kind of boozy, like they're just trying to cover up the booziness with sweetness. Yeah, it's not like a super complex. There's actually a little bit of like raisin, maybe some vanilla. It smells like so this would be Imperial Stout, I guess, right? 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely mostly sweetness, but there is a decent amount of like those normal stout aromas kind of hidden in the background. But yeah, let's dive into this. Nice lacing already. Like I said, it looks super creamy. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, Tanner.
It's not super warm. It's not super cold. I left it out for about 30 minutes. Oh, holy crap! It had a lot of burn going down. It was sweet up front, but now it's got like a big burn.
Fire.
Yeah, right. Fire. The point, I thought this was gonna have like some type of pepper in it. I didn't really research it when I was at the store, but I saw the fire and I was like, oh, that's perfect. When I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, that would be cool if this had like some kind of peppers or something. I don't even know if I really had any like stouts with peppers in it, but I do want to try them. But yeah, this is it's very creamy on the mouthfeel. I will say it's like full body beer. Sweetness, malty sweetness, breadiness. It's got a little bit of a coffee note, but it's definitely more chocolate. It's more on like I wouldn't say it's necessarily milk chocolate, but it's definitely not dark chocolate either. It's kind of in between. There's a little bit of like an astringency, bitterness, getting some of the dried fruits as well. It kind of has the body and feel of like a draft, but I don't think I'm pretty sure it's carbonated. But yeah, I like it. It's actually pretty good. It's a little bit more laid back. It's a little bit more tamed. After you sip on it, 10% booziness kind of dies off. I like it. It's not bad. I kind of like the temperature it's at too. If it was too, I think if it was too warm, it'd probably be a little boozier. But yeah, not bad. I'll sit here and sip on a little bit more and possibly have some more flavor notes and a rating next time around. Cheers, guys.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Nice, man. Cheers, Tanner. All right, Bumpy.
Okay. Let's see what I can get out of this here. It's got a first initial smell here is some type of fruitiness. It's like apple, like maybe a little bit of like a Granny Smith almost with grape. There's a maltiness to it. I would say just kind of a slight chocolate. There's not a lot of aromas coming out of this. This is quite disappointing on the nose. I think it's Willette bourbon barrel aged and everything. I think I'd be getting more like tons of oak and vanilla and stuff, and it's maybe that green apple note. I don't know. Have you ever had Willett? I've never had Willett.
No, I've had the I have the rye, but I've never had the
Yeah.
Willet bottle's really cool looking though. It's like a pot still. It's like it looks like an actual pot still if you see the bottle at the liquor store.
Yeah, there's not a whole hell of a lot coming out of the aromas. This is kind of cold. I did just take it out of the fridge, so I probably should have let it warm up a bit. But I mean, the aromas I'm getting aren't bad. It's not what I'd be expecting out of an imperial porter that's barrel aged in bourbon barrels. Slight, like I said, the green apple, kind of like a grape type smell. There's a little bit of a malt coming through, slight chocolate, maybe a touch of a roast. A very weak plum. And I would say something that resembles a little bit of oak. But all right. Let's dive in now. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Flavors pretty much follow suit with the aromas. It's so light. Like there's a chocolate there. There's a maltiness, like a little bit of a roastiness, but it's all very light. Little bit of an oakiness. I'd say just a touch of vanilla. There is kind of a light plum. Bitterness on the tail end seems to be kind of earthy toned. Bitterness does kind of creep up a bit. I'd say it's just reaching maybe the bottom threshold of moderately bitter for an imperial porter. Yeah, it's not like it's bad flavors. It's just not a big punch of flavor. So odd. It's like watered down, but the body feel on it feels like it has like a medium heft to it. But there's a thinness to the feel as well. It's got like a weight of medium, but it's got this like surrounding thinness, this watery base. It's not the softest of palates. It does have a medium prickly carbonation. There's a little it's kind of the bitterness is building up, and as the bitterness is building up, I'm starting to notice like maybe is that alcohol? Is there an alcohol presence? I didn't really notice it at first. There's not a lot of warming in the chest for 11.3. It's just so underwhelming. Underwhelming. That's it.
Now, I feel like
I don't know.
what you described and what I kind of described, maybe it's a better decision for a stout on a. I'm guessing it's hot over there. It's like 90 something today, so something a little bit more laid back.
It's just underwhelming.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. And then you think like,
Got good lacing.
It's like a $40, $50 bourbon too. So you think it would have a little bit more influence. Maybe they didn't age it long enough.
Probably not.
Yeah.
A lot of people crap on Flying Dog, so
Yeah.
that's probably why.
I wonder if I'm
Probably
gonna.
one of those brews. I think they used to be a lot better back in the day, and I think they just kind of, over time you start to pinch your pennies and
Drifting away,
make weaker
wave after wave.
flavored products. Expect people still to love them just as much.
Right.
They make that raging bitch, right?
Yeah.
I haven't had them in a long time, dude. Well, all right, Bumpy man. Thanks, man. Sorry that didn't work out.
Probably. Like I said, it doesn't
Beer.
taste bad. It's just
Man.
same thing as like you want like a full flavored freaking Coke product. You get yourself some of that caffeine free Diet Coke. It just tastes like aspartame. Doesn't taste like a full on Coke,
Yeah.
It tastes like it's half the Coke it used to be.
Right.
Kind of what it tastes like.
Jeez.
There you go. It's a good analogy.
It's a Stone Temple Pilots beer.
Yummy. Well, thank you, Bumpy. Cheers to you. Nice
Cheers.
review.
See how my ink pen works.
Okay. Cheers, Dagon Hills, man, and Shark and Shark Home Brewing and Cruiser Mac. Latest ones that popped on in. All right. Great reviews, guys. Again, sorry that didn't work out, but that's the way it goes sometimes. All right, so let's get this shaking, twirling, and smell this sucker. Oh, someone's leaving me messages. I hope I don't have the Mormons here. Okay. So going into this, you get a nice, there's a slight grainy lemongrass, herbaceous. There's a light lifting kind of carbonated kind of feel to it. It's got a thicker smell to it. It's not as crispy, although it is a lager. It's a little deeper, a little richer smelling. Let's taste this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
That's where the crispy is. Yeah, on the right away, it's a nice prickly carbonation. Very nice Pilsner cracker biscuit. You get a lemongrass, lemon, herbaceous kind of thing going on. Lemongrass is the big one. It's a kind of a light, like almost pushing medium light body, actually. It's got quite a nice, I like the unfiltered feel of it. That's really nice. I've always liked the unfiltered Pilsners and stuff. They're really good. But, yeah, I mean, the finish is nice. It's got a little chalky coating on the back of the tongue cheeks on the finish. But the finish is nice. It goes down very smooth. It's got a little sweetness to the malts. Very well balanced with the hops, with that kind of an herbal European style hop going on here. Noble hop. Very nice presence there of hops. But it just works really well with the malt sweetness. This is probably one of the better ones I've had. This is really good. I could slam this. This is really good. 4.8%. It's perfect. That's all I have to say. It's a simple beer, but it's good. So, all right. Oh, that cracker biscuit really gets you in the finish too. Crazy. All right, so let's get our last thoughts on our beers and bring up Tanner.
All right. Additional flavor notes. There's a little bit of like I think along with like that caramel is like some molasses, possibly brown sugar. There's a weird spice note on the back end that I can't really describe. Maybe it's kind of like a peppery spice, but I don't know. Maybe it's the booziness, but it seems like there's a little bit of spice. There's a freaking robin sitting on the bush right there. That's cool. He's just hanging out. But yeah, it's got like a little bit of a spice. Maybe like cinnamon or something. I don't really know where they were going with the fire. Maybe because it's got a little bit of that spice kick. Maybe I don't know. I was a little disappointed though. I was kind of hoping this had maybe like some type of pepper. Jamaican food's usually really spicy. You know, you get like the jerk chicken and stuff. Like that's like super spicy. So I was hoping it was kind of along the same lines as that. Like maybe it was like a enhanced spiciness to the beer. There is a little bit. The booziness does. I sat the glass down, let it warm up, and I did go back to it. And now that it's getting warm, that booziness is coming back. But it's kind of like what Bumpy said. It's kind of underwhelming with like what he said with his beer. It's kind of underwhelming. The flavor notes that you get are good though. And it's somewhat complex. It's got somewhat of a complexity to it, but it's definitely not this. I take back me saying full bodied. It's definitely on the thinner side, especially for 10%. It's definitely, I'd say, probably like medium, but still very drinkable. 9.6 ounce. I think I paid $3 for this little bottle. I think a 6-pack was like $15. And I mean, you figure you're losing almost 3 ounces per bottle. So if you do 6 of those, you're technically not getting a whole beer. You know what I mean? $15. They are 10% though. I kind of like the 9.6 in some aspect because you don't have to drink this whole 12 ounce or 16 ounce. But yeah, I like it. I think it's a decent product. For a rating, I'll give it like a 80, 86. Be fair. I like it. I kind of like the fact that it's a little bit more laid back. But I can totally agree, like what Bumpy said, somebody might have this and it's 10%. It says fire on it. It's a little misleading, I guess you could say, on the label. I have no idea why they call it fire. But it's not a bad beer. And I don't know if I've had many products from Jamaica. So it's cool to try different stuff. So
Spices, you say 88. You said, I'm sorry, what was your score?
I said 86. And there's a little bit like a peppery, possibly like a cinnamon spice on the back end. But it's not like I said, like Jamaican food, usually like super spicy. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I was hoping with this. But, you know, whatever. Maybe it's for the best considering it's 90-something degrees. But cheers, guys.
Can you show that label like one more time?
Yeah.
On your bottle?
It's a cool looking bottle, too. I will say it's cool, like nice and clean. It's got the dragon on it. It's got the flames.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
that would be
original Jamaican.
Huh. I would have thought that would have been spicy too, seeing the fire.
Right? Yeah. That's what I thought. Well,
yeah. Well, cool, man. 86. Right on, Tanner. Cheers, man. All right, Bumpy. Here we go. Cheerio.
So I got my score written down. I did look this up on Untappd to see what others thought of it as well. And it's only aged for 3 months in the Willet barrels. So yeah, definitely not a long enough time, I wouldn't think. And from what it shows on the aromas and flavors to me, even though they seem to think it gives off a big boozy bourbon warmth, vanilla notes, and everything else, big, bold, and in your face is what they're saying. They must be comparing it to water. I don't know. I'm going to give this a 38 out of 50, which would land this in the good range. If you want to double it up, I'm looking at it like a 76 out of 100 for me.
On Untapped, out of the 2010 people that rated it, it averages out to a 4.03. So in my book, that basically add up to an 80 out of 100 for them. If you look at Beer Advocate, though, people are scoring this thing around a 90% out of 100. So I'm not sure where all these scores are, why they're so different.
Yeah.
But I mean, realistically, if you look at the 5 score or whatever, where they have the point system, it shouldn't be that far off, because you're doubling things up. I mean, you got the little points. I mean, if like a 4.0 could basically equal out to be a 90, then, you know, with everything in between, I don't know. That it's not making sense to me with why the two are so far apart as far as what the ratings would be. But mine's pretty close to what the Untapped score is. So cheers to that.
3 months though. That's very.
Yeah, 3 months isn't long enough. I don't
Man.
think.
At least a year, 6 months. But all right, well, cool. It passes sort of, but decent score, I guess.
It's a drinkable, you know. So I'm drinking it kind of cold. It's starting to warm up a little bit now, but it's it's not disgusting. It's just
thin.
It's just not super flavorful either.
All right, man. Well, cool. Cheers, Bumpy. Thank you. All right.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
So the Ketzer Helles Lager Natrub. I don't know. There you go. Is good. It's very good. It's actually an excellent Helles Lager. It's got a nice bready side to it, that really nice bready feature, along with that citrus, herbal, herbaceous thing. Crispy mouthfeel, good body, medium light body, great finish, a little bit powdery on the sides there, but I mean a decent beer. So out of 10 hops, I was gonna go with my out of 100, I'd give this. I'd probably give this like a 93 out of 100. I thought it was a very excellent drinker at 4.8%. As I said, I could slam this. It's so good, and it's really good cold. I like the unfiltered feel to it. So it's just I need to get more of these for my the beers I have to the side just to drink on. They're nice. So, all right, let's go ahead and bring us up, and we'll just do that and shout yourselves out, man, and whatever else you want to do.
All right. So shout outs. Tonight, I'm going to be doing brewer review, 9 p.m. Eastern time. The brewer we're going to be reviewing is Equilibrium. Grab a Equilibrium beer, come on the show, do a beer review on that beer. It could be one that you had already before. But yeah, after we give our scores on our beers, we'll go over the website and possibly talk about everything that has, not possibly, we're going to talk about all the stuff that has to do with the brewery. Pricing, availability, distribution, all that good stuff. Possibly some merch, if they sell merch, or if they sell food at the brewery. Pictures are always really nice. So yeah, we're going to do that tonight, 9 p.m. And then Saturday, I do my Rate That Beer. It's live beer community beer reviews, open panel. Bring any beer you want. Could be something that you already had before, but just hop on the show and do a beer review with me. And shout outs for other people. Check out that guy in chat right there. This guy, SPG, Shipbird Gaming. Very diverse channel he's got. He does beer reviews, some gaming, forging, pop-up live streams. Go check him out. Good dude. Also, check out Paulo Beats as well. And him and SVG have a live stream that they do. It's Is it chuggable? Is it sendable? And pretty much they take a bunch of lighter crisper beers, and see if they're easy to chug or drink a bunch of. Besides that, go check out Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. Thursday night beer sessions. I believe he's starting another show, Inebriated Thoughts, where it's not necessarily a review show, but it's more like beer talk, beer discussion. He also does power hours every once in a while. And all his shows, they do alternate, I guess you could say. And those are Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So, yeah, thanks for having me tonight, beer man. Cheers, guys.
Welcome. Thanks for being here. Cheers. Cheers. All right. Well, Bumpy, what you got for the week? Let me tell you something.
Yeah, something. 50-point inspection videos. I put them out on Wednesdays, Fridays. I dropped one today. The big old fantastic Modelo. And Modelo Especial, you're going to be very specific with these beers because they're different. Yeah, Special. Got one drop in on Friday as well. It's a Spyglass beer. So if you guys are interested in Spyglass at all, you can check out what beer I put up for that 50-point inspection this Friday. On that live stream Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern is the start of the show on my channel, and it's called New Brew. So just bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on the panel. It's a 3-part show, beer review on whatever your new brew is at the beginning. The middle part's kind of just a free-for-all. Everybody just chit-chat, whatever, and then try to get a question and answer period in there for the panel as well. Yeah. So,
Nice.
Yeah, just check out everybody. Check everybody on panel. Check out their shows, the videos. Doesn't have to be live streams all the time. They do other stuff on the side too.
Yeah. And you just put a video up, right? A review. Don't you have a review up?
What's that?
Did you put a review up lately? Or
50-point inspection?
Yeah.
Yeah, today.
Today. Yeah, okay. I got
Yeah,
it.
the Modelo Especial.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I will look at that. Well, let's go to Beer and Cheese Tuesday is gonna be open table. So 8 o'clock Eastern next Tuesday will be I'm actually that's my birthday, so I figured we'd go open table it. Everyone bring what you want. We just have a good old time. Good hour and a half of fun, and review that cheese and beer. Bring whatever you want. And tomorrow, next Wednesday, 6 o'clock, same time as today. Yes, will be this Land of the Lost. Find something that has to do with that. Something dinosaur-y.
Toppling Goliath.
There you go. I'm gonna have fun searching for something. I hope I can find it, but we'll see. But yeah, that it will be the theme for that. I do have a review I'll be putting up, I think Thursday, tomorrow, or Friday, depending on how I feel. I'm kind of slow with that lately. What is going on at my front door? I wanted to shout out a couple people. I've been doing this. I think all of us have been just shouting out random people, this, that are in the community. And that's awesome. It helps everyone out. But one of the guys I've been sharing out is A Beer a Day with TK. Go check him out. Does some great reviews. I think he's in the Cincinnati area or something like that, up in that region. But and then there's also the Beer Patrol, Joe, man. Go check him out, too. He's a great reviewer, knows his stuff quite well, and always doing some really good beers. So if you want to see some great beers and a great review, go check him out. That's really all I have today, man. You guys, thank you so much for being here. My panel, East Coast LQ Reviews and Bumpy Road Brewery. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Appreciate your dedication and going out and finding these and being up here with me. Glad I'm not alone. But I wanted to wanted to also just say hello and thank you to all the chat members out there that have been with us today. SBG, Cheryl Crawford, BC's Beer Reviews, Dagon Hills, Shark Home Brewing, Cruiser Mac, Jean-Pierre, Paulo Beats, Square Table Degenerates. What's up, Joey? That's about it, man. But thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. We appreciate it. Go check out these guys' channels if you haven't already. I'm sure you have. But we're gonna end this with my last little statement that I always say. You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful world, but not after one more sip.
Ow.
Let me tell you something.